G-L-E-S.
Eagles! Eagles!
Say fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yo, that, you know what it is, man. It's your boy Fully Fresh, a.k.a. The General. Yes, and also, a.k.a. a fourth. Yes, a fourth for the But podcast. If you have not done it, I don't know what you've been thinking. I don't know if you've been living under a rock. I don't know what's going on with you, man. But if in all reality, man, if you haven't done it, please make sure you hit that sub button right down there. And also hit the bell next to it. You know when I put up all this flavor, like on Tuesday, like tomorrow, Tuesday, 7 o'clock, 7:15. Be there or beware. Yes, live call-in show. Shout out to my two guys. Shout out to my other two guys. You know what I mean? You know, I got the But podcast, but I also got two up-and-comers, man. Well, they here now. I'm going to stop calling them up-and-comers. Philly Notion and also Tone the Shills. Yes, live calling. Come holla at the General. Come holla at Chalk It Up. Come holla at Philly Notion, man. A.K.A. Warm It Up. You already know what we getting down. Listen, today, I got mixed feelings about the situation. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it ain't got nothing to do with the quarterback. It got a whole lot to do with the head coach to me. And the position that you put players in before this week. Before this just yesterday. Before we played the Saints. When you look at it, man, I seen way more rollouts. I seen more running of the football, Miles Sanders, than not get robbed at gunpoint with no mask of 100 yards because he ran the football. And people say, Fresh, you only ran the ball 15 times. So what? Do you know in the last two games he only ran the ball 16 times collectively? That means in 2 games he averaged 8 carries. But this game 15. But these are things that should have been going on. These are things, check my do's and don'ts. That's what I need y'all to do. That's a do. But in all reality, man, check my do's and don'ts. I've been saying run the freaking football since week 1. We chose not to do it, and then when we do, look what happens. When we run the freaking football, look what happens. It shouldn't matter who is under center. It shouldn't matter. You run the football. That's part of the game. Here's my thing, right? Like Jalen Hurts, like what he did, but I want to be very protective of this situation because I know what's going to happen. The same thing that's happening now, and I don't want it to happen to this kid. Also, what's happening is after one game, a lot of y'all are blowing this up. A lot of y'all, oh man, trade Carson down and da-da-da-da-da. I mean, I agree. If you're going to go forward with Jalen Hurts or Doug Peterson and both of them, yeah, Carson Wentz needs to get out of here. But it's a different reason that I'm saying it. I'm not saying it because I've seen one game from Jalen Hurts. And I'm saying that not to throw no dispersions on Jalen Hurts. But the thing is, what we do is we pipe them up. You know what I mean? We do this and we do that and we say all these good things when they do have one good game or whatever the case may be. Because remember in 2016, people were screaming the same thing. Now I know I was behind bars then, but I still called home and I still got the vibe of the city. And everybody they was on. The Pittsburgh game, oh my goodness, you couldn't tell them nothing. You couldn't tell them nothing after the Pittsburgh game. And that was like game 3 or game 2. Cleveland game comes out there, kid looks spectacular. Talking about Carson Wentz. Now all of a sudden he stinks. He doesn't know how to play football. He can't do this and he can't do that. We got to understand circumstances have changed. And now because he's getting $100 million, he's supposed to be somebody that can carry everything. Let me tell you something. It's easier to carry a team when you're depleted at wide receiver. You notice in 2018, he couldn't carry a team when we was depleted at cornerbacks. Last year, he carried the team when we was depleted at wide receiver, which a lot of people just seem to forget. This year, he cannot. I'm talking about Carson Wentz. He cannot carry a team when they're depleted at O-line. Here's the thing I can say. Jalen Hurts is a better athlete. Jalen Hurts can get out of trouble more. Now, he didn't take any sacks. I like that a lot. Got out of trouble, but we also seen a whole bunch of bootlegs. We also seen running the football more. You know what I mean? This is the things that I want to do. But at the same time, while I'm talking to Doug, I want to talk to the fans that I see y'all. I see y'all. Jalen is this, Jalen is that. But y'all be the same people that's grinding him up like y'all grinding Carson up. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair from us as Eagles fans to be sitting there and 1 year everything good when he's doing good, but as soon as he have a bad year, we jump ship on him. We just jump ship on a quarterback that fast. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame because some people can handle it, some people can't. I'm not saying Carson Wentz can. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts can. But it's just, and everybody's saying, "Oh man, did you see him out there? Did you see him out there? He had no worries," because he don't got no worries. If he stinks up the joint, nothing happens to him. He doesn't get traded. The fans are gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a rookie. So he's playing with house money, and you can see that. It's a difference when you're a franchise player, especially for Philadelphia sports. So you see some things that shouldn't happen from Carson Wentz. You see some interceptions. You see some holding the ball too long. But you also see wide receivers not getting open. You also see the offensive line was horrible. Now, here's what I can say. The offensive line has been makeshift 12 times in 13 games. But that offensive line that you seen just yesterday, that offensive line that you seen, man, that was probably the best it has been all year. When you really, really look at it and you break it down, that's the line going to the future. Think about it. I like Marlada at left tackle. Do you? I like Jusko at right tackle. Excuse me. Do you? I mean, Nate Herbert, we could talk. Kelsey, who knows how long he'll be here, so we definitely got to get a replacement about that. And Samalu. That looked like that line looked good. I seen Jalen Hurts stand back for about 5 seconds with nobody still getting open and just surveying the field. Then he finally took off. See, when you got things like that, when you have protection like that, it's easier to make plays. Now, Jalen Hurts, I can say he was running for his life, but no, he really wasn't. When you really look at it, and I got to break down tape, and yes, I will. When you really, really look at it, this dude had time. It's just that when the extra guy was coming, he out of there. I'm out of there. And I appreciate him for that. Seriously. But when you look at it, man, it's going to come a time to where as though if they make this decision and they go with Jalen Hurts, it's going to come a time and to where as though a lot of people are going to want more from Jalen Hurts. They're going to want more. They're going to want more from what they've seen. It's going to be like, oh, he had 167 passing yards. And I got to check to see who won the gift card too, y'all. He had 167 passing yards and 100 rushing. But it's going to come a day to where as though a lot of fans are going to say that ain't enough. Even though you're cheering for it now. A lot of fans are going to switch up on him if we lose a game, important game, and say that ain't enough. You only threw for 167 yards. But you're commending them right now for it. And I guarantee I'm going to be protecting Jalen Hurts just like I'm protecting Carson Wentz. Because it's fans that just see things and they don't look at the whole perspective of what's going on. Doug, situational football IQ yesterday again was atrocious. It was atrocious. The fourth downs was stupid, especially the last one. You're up. What are you going for it on fourth down for on your own 40-yard line? Your defensive players, Rodney McLeod, right? Your best corner, Darius Slay, and also Maddox went out that last series. So you're coming into a situation to where as though you're having a new safety, right? You're having two new corners, right? On both sides. And you're going to put the op on a 40-yard line instead of just kicking a punt? Think about that, y'all. Doug Peterson almost gave up this game. That and the fumble Jalen Hurts, because that put up a quick 7 points. That and also, man, bad coaching again. Why are you not jumping on the football? I'm happy for the win. I don't want anybody to try to act like I'm not. I'm happy for the win, but it's still things that I don't like. It's still things that I see from this head coach I do not like. To me, he is the bulk of the problem. He's the bulk of the problem. Because even still, we was up 17. And then the offense got stale. Now, a lot of people want to say, oh, they figured out Jalen Hurts and yada, yada, yada. All right, cool. But the offense still got stale. You stopped running the football really at one point, and you started having Jalen Hurts, who, now here's the thing. Jalen Hurts had, I want to say, 13 runs, something like that. But about 8 of them was just him. They wasn't called runs. So when you look at it, he's still trying to be pass happy. But Jalen said, you won't get me like how you got Carson. I'm out of here. And shout out to him for doing that. Carson can't do that anymore. Well, he really was never that kind of guy like a Michael Vick or that. But he can get out of trouble. I still think that he can get out of trouble because I've seen it. It's just the way that he gets out of trouble is not a elusive type of running back there. You know, he gets out of trouble kind of like a tight end, like the way he's built. Like, I don't know. But, man, when you really, really look at it, when you break it down, man, this team, I don't know, man. I don't know, because now that Doug got a quarterback that he likes, you've seen a whole new system, basically. That game plan, like, especially the first 15, that looked like a whole new offense. And yes, some of it was Jalen Hurts being able to run and use his legs. But a lot of that was play calling. A lot of that was running the football. A lot of that was bootleg. A lot of that was, I seen about 2 to 3 reverses, end around, stuff like that. You mean to tell me your starting quarterback can't do these things? And I'm saying that because I think that he put them in position to where as though we don't win because of him, because of the Manila play calling, because of defenses knowing what you're going to do, and you continuously put that out there because you continuously want to drop back and let your quarterback just get bottled up. Now, if you know your quarterback can't get out of trouble like Jalen Hurts can, why in the hell ain't you rolling him out? Why in the hell ain't you running the football? Why in the hell ain't there quick passes like how you had just yesterday? I got a problem with what's going on. I'm trying to tell you, man, people are not appreciating, you know, what we had. I'm saying had because I'm thinking Carson Wentz is gone. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they're going to figure it out, but Carson Wentz is going, and if I'm Carson Wentz, if Doug's still here, I don't want to stay. There's no reason for me to stay with this organization if I'm going to be treated like that. Yesterday really was an indictment on Doug Peterson and how he feels about Carson Wentz. Just look at the game tape, y'all. Look at the fact of you've seen so many different wrinkles. You've seen so many different wrinkles. Things that we've been calling for, asking for since week 1. I've been asked for these things. And what did I say when I do my do's and don'ts? If you do the things that I say and don't do the things that I don't say, you know what I'm saying. We will probably win the football game. Just think about it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Yo, that.